know how they were looking at me, but they were like, I'm sure they were like, where the hell did this come from? I was like a comet. And my weaponry, you couldn't touch it. Everybody else was doing karate. I was doing kung fu.
Right.
I was doing impressions. I was doing comedy, storytelling. I moved a lot. I mean, I had an understanding of what I was doing, had flow, and was hungry. And
People
killed.
underestimate that the hunger.
Yeah, killed the comedy act theater, come to own it. You know what I mean? I was one of those people that came around and got the juicy spot, on in Martin too. There was these comics that started sticking. David Allen Greer, me, Martin started sticking.
Is it true y'all lived in the same building, you and Martin?
For sure.
That's crazy.
For sure. I mean, when he moved out here, he got a TV show. And it was
what's
amazing.
Happening Now?
Yeah. And I just moved out here. So we basically moved at the same time. So we ended up in the same building, and he went his way and but we were friends, so we did stand up at different clubs and stuff like that, but we were on a separate trajectory too.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
did you know, I mean, you might have known this, did you know it was between you and Martin for In Living Color?
No, because he was out. The people that made it. You see?
Right.
So he was on the list of all the people that didn't get it.
Right.
You see? So years later, after In Living Color, he got Martin.
Right.
Cool. You see, they go, my man.
Yeah. Straight up.
Man right there.
So how did you, because even before we get to In Living Color, you did Kid and Play Funhouse.
Woo! That was one of the first things that me and Martin did together.
Right. How did that come about, and how did you link up with Kid and Play?
Well, they were the hottest, and Martin did the movie. See? So Martin did the movie. I was Martin's boy. And so it was like Kid and Play and Martin and Tommy. So when they did the next hit song, I think it was Funhouse, the party at the Funhouse.
Classic.
So they had me play the devil and him play the angel. And kid was going to jump off the roof, and we talked him out of it. LL was in the video. Everybody was in the video. It was hot. And that's when we started exploding on the scene. And that's my clique started being, those were my friends. And that was my connect. You see what I'm saying? Although I was still working at the deli, I was still taking, my money and paying my rent, and when $35 a night here, $60 here, the second that my check was the same amount as what I was getting, I quit. It was that simple. And I didn't look back either.
Hey, look at that. Hey, man.
Boy, your boy is good. Good. Your boy. You got to give me your email and send me some of that stuff.
Hey, listen, I'm just trying to keep my lights on. I don't want to get fired. It's a pandemic going on.
Look at that.
Hey, man, we ain't messing around.
Beard shaved down and everything. Got the pastor beard.
Hey, so let's talk about In Living Color. How the legendary show. I used to, let me tell you how long Living Color was though. I remember my parents had me, that was past my bedtime. And me and my brother, because it came on I think at like 9 o'clock or something. And so me and my brother used to have to fake like we sleep. And then once my parents, that's crazy. We was like, I think she sleep. So as soon as they go in that room, really? We back up, turning on the TV, watching In Living Color.
Really? So y'all must have been like around about 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, yeah. That's right. Yep. And so, look at that.
There we go.
Look at that. The colors. Man. So, how did you hear about that audition?
Man.
We will. We'll send you all this.
Okay.
how did you hear about that audition? And do you remember your audition?
Yeah, I do. I had actually been the hottest thing in town at a point. So what happened was I finally got in the Comedy Store after 3 years, and they put me on the main room with Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor. So that was my night coming out. And I thought I was opening for him, but Mitzi had hooked it up where no, Eddie goes on, you go on, and Pryor goes on. Then Pryor goes on, you go on, and Eddie goes on for Saturday and Friday night. And we all had a half an hour. Bam, smoked it. Like coming down the middle, lefty. Bam. I mean, wham, because by this time, I'm hungry. I'm eating minute rice, you know, and sizzling and Wonder Bread, you know, and if I had enough quarters to play the video games and get a pizza on the weekend, that was something. You see, so I was hungry. And so I killed. And I knew that I was at a point where it was going to go up from there because Richard Pryor, who I never met before, came over into the little closet. See, they had the good dressing room.
Yeah.
Chick, food. We was in like a little closet.
Mm-hmm.
He walked back there after the weekend. He looked me up and down. He shook his head. He said, "You's a funny motherfucker," and walked off.
Woo.
And I called my mother. I was like, "Mom, guess what happened?" She was like, "I told you not to leave," because I wanted to leave, you know, because it was getting hard.
Because you were out there for 3 years prior to this.
Yeah, and having a job already. I had a job, apartment, 2 little cars. You crazy? I had my little Celica GT and my Davidson B210, you know, and I was out here catching the bus. You see? So it was tough because I did a pilot with Eddie Murphy.
You did a pilot with Eddie Murphy?
With Eddie Murphy's company, Coming to America. I was his little brother.
That's crazy. I never heard about that pilot. I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Oh, I'm gonna check that out.
Too. And also, I had all these offers for Murphy Brown. I had the lead, because I had the lead in that holding deal from Disney. You know, so all these opportunities went away. You know, so I just said, I'm going back to stand up. I'm going right back to stand up. And that's when I got the call from Keenan, my agent. This is show, you know, it's a variety show. And I was like, no, I don't want to deal with it. So my agent called me and said, just audition. What the hell are you going to lose? If you get it, you get it. You don't, you don't.
Right.
Like, all right. So I went in and did the sketch audition. And I don't think I did good at all. I don't think I did good at all. They just kind of looked at me funny, you know, and I was just walked out, you know. But they had a stand-up audition. 30 of the hottest comedians, you can name them. Go.